Welcome to Running a Fever, episode 79. My name is Michael Davis. I've lost 70 pounds, 8 inches off my waist. I've lowered my blood pressure, increased the muscle, decreased my body fat percentage, and I've become a fitness nut, all at the age of 52. And today, first I want to just give you an update, and I'll just talk about what's going on here. I'm starting out at Veterans Memorial Park off of Vantage Drive. So far, I've done this complete circuit a couple of times, and I have not yet started from Veterans Memorial Park, so I decided to go ahead and start from here, and then maybe I'll go the other way from here. And I'm going the way that leads to what I consider to be the backside of the lake. It's the other side of where the disc golf and that side of the park is. So, and I chose to go this way because I think the sunset is going to be pretty nice on the dam when I reach the end of the workout, because that's where I'll be. Because it's kind of late. It's after 6. Got here about 6, quarter after 6 in the evening, and it is cooler, but I'm in the shade. So on the way over here, it was 91 degrees. Kind of a weird day. Actually, in terms of what I've actually done, it's pretty normal for a Saturday. It's been really dry, so I didn't have to do any yard work. And all I really got done was to edit one podcast episode for Truth of the Spirit. It's a really good one on winning the spiritual battle with Ken Hunter. You should go check that out if you haven't already. Truth of the Spirit, episode 22. Well, that's what I was working on today. But this morning I had, I was a couple of pounds over target, 214, which isn't really that big a deal, but I did have big breakfast with Tom this morning at up in Rogers, a place called Sam's Hamburgers, home of the Samosaurus burger. They have a big dinosaur outside this place. Good breakfast. Kind of high in calories though. French toast and a couple of sausage patties. And then for lunch, I had this leftover pizza. So I decided to finish that off for lunch. So I'm pretty much, I've got, like 2,200 calories. And so I kind of fasted all afternoon. And I just had the pre-workout whey protein shake, and I'll have a post-workout shake when I get back. Probably will be all that I will have. Talked about easing down, but I really have kind of hovered around that 212 target weight. So diet report, I did have a visit with Angela this week, the dietitian, and same kind of report. I'd actually lost a pound since the last time I was there. And she was fine with that. And she's pretty surprised that I've been able to get back up to 25, probably an average of 2,500 calories per day. And still losing weight from her point of view. And she was kind of surprised that my weight has fluctuated as much as it has from week to, from within a week. The average is probably going to be around 212, but it could be 6 pounds over or under that. But pretty high, pretty happy. I've been working on my diet and trying to bring in some more balance there, some more fruit, some more grains, and still keeping a high protein level. Also, it was really kind of a almost a academic type discussion, because I've been reading, in Matthews, and I've checked a couple of those articles out online, and I've looked at some other stuff, and so I was talking with her about these various ideas that tend to conflict with some of the things that she's told me. And I still don't have a clear picture. I'm sure I'll remember to ask those questions in the future. I did take a few notes, but not many. So I just got involved in discussing all this with her. So doing okay as far as that's concerned, and I've always come away with a few little ideas on how to do things better. And for some reason, she keeps suggesting avocado to me. She says, avocado is a superfood. You should eat some of that, and that'd be great since you've got all these spare calories now. Well, I don't like avocado. I keep telling her that every time. But anyway, that's kind of a funny thing. So along the same lines, I have purchased this iHealth scale. It's a Wi-Fi connected scale, and I've had about a week to be on that and get my stats, which are automatic, which is really great. I don't have to write anything down, put it in a spreadsheet. It's automatic. It's just on my phone, and all I have to do is step on the scale. And so every morning, get my weight and I get my body fat at the same time. Body fat's been around probably an average of 29%. So we're slowly getting better. My complete nutrition body composition report had me at 35. When I started seeing Angela, I was at 32. So really just making some progress there. BMI officially I think is 28, something like that. An interesting trend that I noticed, and it's not a huge order, of magnitude, but it is very consistent across the board. And that is when my body water is at its highest, my body fat is lower. I mean, it's just a inverse relationship there. I suppose it makes sense that if I add something to my body that's not fat, like water, then the body fat would reduce. Can't hurt to drink more water. At the same time, I've been seeing my neurosurgeon prescribed physical therapy for me. So I've been going in there for a couple of weeks now. I think 3 times I've been in there. And pretty good. So the last time we actually did some exercises. And the equipment's pretty good. It's pretty nice. So it gives you a range that you have to move in. And so, we did all the testing of my strength and my range of motion. And so based on that, the program is designed for me to improve that. So it, the weight's there, and it gives you a little video. It's kind of like it's gamifying the exercise process. Evening. I've been inquisitive, of course, about what I can do in the gym, and he's been good enough to show me a few things. And what it basically comes down to is good form, keeping my back straight and just kind of motionless, basically. So I can do curls. He showed me some cable pull exercise that I can do. And of course, the only thing he's really approved on the leg side is the leg press. And he did show me a different one though this time, that it had like a disc that I was supposed to keep level, and it sort of put a little more stability challenge in the exercise. Probably won't find that in a gym, but I might find a foam pad or something that I can put on there to simulate it. And I've got a number of stretching exercises that I have to do every day. So I've been doing those. Might have missed a couple here and there, but for the most part I've been doing those like I'm supposed to. Goal is to strengthen all those muscles in my back and shoulders and neck that are weak because of my, or maybe contributing to my spine condition. So medical department still no word on the results from my MRI in that area. So I probably need to call and find out what's up with that, because it's been a couple of weeks. So I'll explain how I've kind of been off schedule due to work and all of these factors. But now I know a few exercises that I can do in the gym, and I think what I really want to do is just try to get in a routine of getting there. Because I can really go at the same time that I had gone before. You know, if I get up at 5:15, get there at 5:30, back home a little after 6, can still easily be at work by 7. And that's pretty much when I've been getting there anyway. So it's just a matter of getting up an hour earlier, trying to get to bed on time so I can get a good night's sleep. Diet report. To use up some of those calories in a productive way, I've got some nuts and raisins. Those are some new foods that I've been getting in, because those are higher calorie foods that are still good. That's a whole fruit, nuts with your good fat. Still not sure what to call that. Salty, of course, plain roasted, dry roasted other than that. So doesn't have all the oils and trans fats and that sort of thing. But I may soon be able to make my own raisins, because I now am the proud owner of a dehydrator. Received it this morning and made my first batch of dried fruit. I dehydrated an apple. And I put salt on it, which I know is weird. I'm okay with being weird though. Tastes good to me. And ate a little on that this afternoon. It was good. The idea of dried fruit is that it will be more portable. Doesn't have to be refrigerated. Don't mind keeping things in the refrigerator at work, but it will just be easier and they'll last longer. So I'm probably going to do some bananas that way as well. And right now I'm attempting, as we speak, to make something that I've never seen in stores. Dried lemon. Now, of course, I've seen the ones with all the sugar on them that you get. I think those are lemons. Maybe just like fake lemons. But in any event, it's basically candy. Well, as I said before, I like salt on my fruit, and so I put salt on some lemon sections, and I'm drying those, and hopefully they'll turn out well. Can also make jerky. Now, I understand you can technically do this in an oven. Probably works better if you have a convection oven, because otherwise it's not quite as efficient, because the air doesn't move around. I really miss working out during the week. And that's another reason I kind of want to get back in the gym. But I was really tempted, because I was really unsure about what to do in the gym this week, to just come out and walk like I used to several times a week. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's good. It's good for the body. Another thing is, I don't quite feel in as good a shape this week as I have the last couple of weeks. Could be just because of the part of the trail I'm on, but I think I'm not quite in feeling as good as I usually do. Are you getting proper hydration on a daily basis? I've been I've been reading a few things, and the sources seem to agree, apart from, early on I had this idea from a bodybuilding site. It was about a cutting diet, and we're talking cutting right before a show. So that's when they do the massive intake of water that allows them to more completely dehydrate. On a normal basis, it appears that the recommended amount of water, at least at a minimum, is approximately a gallon or a half gallon for men or a half gallon for women. I think that the formula that my coworker gave me is probably a good approximation, and maybe more accurate than that, because it's based on body weight. Take your weight in pounds, divide by 2, and that is the number of ounces you should probably drink per day. I've been trying to get a gallon in, and I've been usually getting at least a half gallon. Not tracking it too terribly closely, but I do just kind of see that one of my half-gallon water bottles is cycling through, getting taken out, emptied out. And that's a good indication of where I am. So I think I'm getting more, better hydrated on a regular basis now. And I did drink 20 ounces on the way over here, and my shake, and I got another bottle in the car for when I'd get done. Howdy. Not too crowded today. It's good weather. Not very cloudy. I think I've just probably passed the least traffic part of the course. Backside of the lake, and about a mile in, so you have to walk a little bit to get there. And maybe a couple miles in between Veterans Park and probably about a mile and a half between Veterans Memorial Park and the parking lot, which is not exactly at the Botanical Gardens. It's a little bit south of there. And that's what I was looking for. One of the reasons why I didn't come after breakfast, not only because of the heat, because it's still hot, but I thought it would be pretty crowded in the middle of the day. So didn't get to come early because of the breakfast. And so, but this is nice. I don't really mind the heat. It's nice to be able to talk though and record my podcast, and I don't usually do a lot of that when there's a lot of people. You know what? I love walking. I do love walking. I don't think I'm going to be stopping this anytime soon. And thanks for walking with me today. We talked about all the general areas: fitness, diet, and medicine. All the things you should care about to live a long life. And if you love your life, that's what you want to do. So thanks for being here, and I will talk to you next time. Until then, keep the fever.
This is the Padua Podcast Network. PaduaMedia.com.